emotional. I feel like the title of this video will probably be a bit of a spoiler, but this is probably one of, if not the biggest announcement I have made in my career to date. I'm not sure if I've ever told my whole qualifications journey, but when I first started studying towards AAT, I couldn't find an AAT apprenticeship anywhere. I ended up accepting a role as a business administration apprenticeship in the finance department of my local council in order to just get some finance experience. And then at the same time as doing an apprenticeship full time, I then started studying. And then at the same time as studying and working towards the business administration apprenticeship, I enrolled into night school to start studying AAT Level 2. Which was great from a building a qualification and building practical experience perspective, but what that meant for me was that I was earning £3.05 an hour on my apprenticeship, which barely covered paying my parents a bit of rent and the public transport costs to get to work. I then also, on top of that, had to pay to study AAT at night school, which cost nearly £2,000 a year, with AAT fees for professional membership on top of that, which was really, really difficult. And so I ended up working 2 other jobs, one in a pub and one in a nightclub during the evenings into the early hours of the morning, and then all weekend just to be able to cover the cost of studying. That doesn't even cover trying to have a social life outside of work, having the time to actually study appropriately and put the amount of time that doing AAT and another apprenticeship at the same time involved. That experience is something that has always really stuck with me, because whilst it was really difficult, I was still in an incredibly privileged position in that I didn't have any financial dependence. I lived with my parents who I paid rent to, but it was still way below market rate rental prices. So I was always so hypersensitive to how different my decisions and choices would have been hadn't I been in such a privileged position. For a really long time, long before I founded Accountancy, I have wanted to do something, to create something and build something that would give people who would otherwise be unable to fund their AAT studies the opportunity to change their lives. I feel a bit emotional. I thought that a dream like this would take years to realise, but I'm not sure if you've noticed yet through the content and community that I'm quite a determined and incredibly passionate person. And so this dream, I'm very lucky and proud to announce, has been brought to reality a lot sooner than I thought possible, which is just incredible. So I'm so proud to announce that the Accountancy Bursary Scheme, in exclusive partnership with First Intuition, is opening for applications on the 9th of January 2023. This scheme will provide an individual who is unable to fund their AAT studies with the opportunity to change their lives with all of their costs covered and much more. The amazing and innovative, if I say so myself, bursary scheme will open to all applications on the 9th of January. Applications will close at the end of February, with an applicant being chosen at the beginning of March 2023. The bursary is open to individuals who would love to start an AAT qualification but are unable to fund their studies themselves. I've worked so hard to put together a package of support that doesn't just cover financials. This bursary scheme is not simply providing financial support to the applicants and recipients. The programme includes training provider costs covered, study planners, notes, question banks, task banks, mock assessments, unlimited email and phone tutor support, marking of mock assessments with feedback, 1 round of assessment fees, one-to-one mentoring with me, access to Practice Makes Perfect, which is the course that I built to provide real-world practice experience, and then one-to-one interview and CV preparation with me. I'm now going to hand over to Nick Craggs, who is the Director of AAT Distance Learning for First Intuition, who is going to tell you more about the bursary itself.
Hi, my name's Nick Craggs. I'm AAT Distance Learning Director at First Intuition. I'm really excited to be working alongside Rachel on our AAT bursary. I'm one of many people in the world who can say my life is better because I studied AAT. So we're going to offer a lucky individual one of our award-winning distance learning courses. That's level 2, level 3 and level 4. And this will be one of our online courses with a full suite of pre-recorded lectures, or online live courses where you get live classes either on a daytime or evening. Both courses are supported by your own personal tutor. Not only that, we'll pay for a free exam for every single unit. So hopefully this will go some way in helping someone achieve their dreams and improve both theirs and their family's lives.
This video being announced, the bursary scheme being announced, I'm sure you can imagine has been such a long time coming. Nick and I are just so aligned with mission and values and our absolute dream to just take over the world. For me, accountancy has done so many things within my personal life and my professional life, and I'm just so aware that for so long accountancy has been and felt unattainable and inaccessible to people who do not come from privilege or financial education. To be able to build something that makes it accessible and approachable to the people who need it the most is something that I think for me is one of my proudest career achievements. It's one of my proudest career achievements to date. My mission with accountancy is to disrupt everything. Disrupt what it means to look like an accountant, to disrupt what gender or age you have to be to look and feel like an accountant. But for me, this is bringing so much more than that. This no longer lets your background or your privilege dictate whether or not you can afford to study, and I am just so proud and excited. So if you would like to find out more about the bursary or submit an application directly to us, you can submit an application using the link in the description to this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this content does not specifically apply to you, but you know of somebody that you think might be in financial difficulty that would love to study AAT, please do share this video. Sharing this video, this story, this mission and this opportunity could change somebody's life. So please do pass this on to communities and people that you think might find it super interesting. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again very soon.